Bonsai bloke here. How you going? Today I'm going to be working on this apple tree that I collected a few years ago. I've done a past video on it, so I'm going to do another video on it today. Plan today, no styling and stuff. It's almost going dormant, you know. It's getting towards the end of autumn. I'm just going to get rid of some of these old stubs from where I cut it down, from a big tree where I cut it down. I'm just going to get rid of some of these old stubs today, cut them off, carve them out, make them look a bit more natural. Not quite sure, apple tree wood is probably not the best for carving. It's sort of fairly light, seems to be anyway, I'm not sure, but anyway, I'm just going to get rid of the worst of the cut off marks. And I was debating on trying to do something down the front to make it more interesting, because it is pretty ugly. You got just a straight trunk there, a lot of reverse taper, but we'll see how far I get. But anyway, there's one more thing I'd like to show you too. This is a bit of a bad problem to have. Up in here, if I can get there. Yeah, so up in here, I've noticed this sawdust coming out, and I had a bit of a look, and look at that grub. I'm not sure what the heck it's doing there, or what sort of trouble it's going to cause. Look at his ear. Some sort of a borer, wood chitty grub thing. I'm not sure whether it's a really bad one to have, I'm not sure. But anyway, I'll get it out of there, and hopefully there's not too many more, because if you get a bad case of borers you can end up losing the whole tree. So if any of you guys watching out there know exactly what grub that is, let me know. In the meantime, I'll feed it to the birds. About the best thing for it. I'll just check there's no more up in there. Doesn't appear to be, but see all the sawdust? Oh, I suppose you let them go ramping up there, they might do some of the carving for you, but I don't think it's a good idea. See how soft that wood is now where it's bored away? It seems to have stuck to the old dead wood, hasn't touched any of the live wood there, so I'm not too worried about it. But keep an eye on those sorts of things. Yes, just appears to have been the one. Well, hang on, what's this? Is that one? Yeah, I just killed something in there. I can't get that one out. I've killed it though, but one stuck right deep in there. Anyway, I'll get to carving it and keep an eye on those borers. In the meantime, enjoy. Cheers for watching. Aussie Bonsai bloke. There you go. And I thought I'd just give you a bit of a close-up of these stubs that I'm going to cut off first before I get to it. As you can see, most of them here are in the back. Big ones here. This whole branch has died back, so that'll be gone. I'll cut that off. I'm not sure how. I don't think I'll use a chainsaw on this one, because I've let all these branches develop a little bit here, so there's a good chance I'll cut one of them off with a chainsaw, so I might not use a chainsaw this time. I'll just use the carving bit and be careful. As you can see, there's a bit of fungus sort of stuff growing in all the rotten wood there. So it's a good time to get rid of some of this stuff. Just clear it on out. So I'll carve it all up. Oh, the dog's going a bit silly. Maxie. Hey, you alright? You're okay. Hey, silly boys. Dogs are going a bit crazy. Yeah, and I'll carve this one out. Get rid of this old nail sort of thing in there. And I still don't know what I'll do with the trunk. I could do some carving in it, I don't know. Some of these old marks here are from where we put a chain on it to rip it out the ground, so that's where some of those marks are from. Anyway, cheers for watching. The dogs have settled down. And your boy, hey? Good boy. Hey. Hey. They got to mark their ranking in the place every now and then. Don't you guys? Alright, I'll get to it. Cheers. So we've got the carving done. I had a look around the tree, I couldn't find any more signs of those borers, so I think we're okay. What else am I going to say? The last thing left to do is I'm going to paint this wood black for the apple tree, and then I might treat it with some Elves wood hardener or something like that, just to keep the dead wood okay. I'll give you a bit of a look. I've created a hole in this trunk, got a bit carried away, cut a hole in the back here where there was a lot of dead wood, so all of that's been cut off and cleaned out and hollowed to make it look a bit better. I got a bit carried away here and hit a couple of branches. They're still structurally okay, but I put a bit of tape around them just to keep the moisture in, and they should heal over okay. If they don't, I'll just have to regrow another one, but hopefully they're okay. They're still structurally okay, as I say. That's why I generally like to do my carving before I start getting branch structure like this, otherwise it makes it very hard to get in there and carve. It also, like where I did carve, it was a bit of a challenge trying to get in there properly, trying to find the right angle to attack it, but got there in the end. So yeah, so I'll paint it up and then I'll give you a bit of a spin of the tree at the end, a bit of a close-up of some of the deadwood work. And yeah, I'm not sure how the deadwood's going to go on an apple. The wood seemed fairly hard, so it might survive fine. I'm not sure. It didn't seem that soft. I thought it might have been a bit softer, but we'll see how it survives once after a couple of years being carved out. No worries. G'day, welcome back. I've done the black around in all the bits of deadwood there. Put the black in there. I used a water-based wood stone, charcoal, to blacken the deadwood. Doesn't seem to affect the tree. I've used it in the past. It seems alright. That's a good thing. Yeah, apart from that, I'm just going to give you a bit of a close-up of some of the deadwood work I've done, a bit of the carving. As you can see, it's still quite an ugly base, a lot of reverse taper. I'm happy to live with that. It's never going to be a great bonsai. It's always going to have its issues, but hopefully now it's got a little bit more interest in it. And I'll just develop a nice canopy and hopefully one day get some apples on it, so that'll be good. Yeah, so I'll give you a close-up of the work